Hi and welcome to Replica Airguns. In this video we're going to take a look at the Umarex Beretta Elite 2. Now this is a non-blowback CO2 BB pistol. It shoots up to 480 feet per second, has a 19 round dropout metal magazine. It's double action only. Now it's mostly plastic with the exception of some internal parts and of course the metal magazine. And it's made in Taiwan by Umarex. And I also wanted to mention that this gun fits in really nicely with the other 4 guns I reviewed in my low-cost replica BB gun comparison. And those guns were the Colt Defender, the Makarov, the Smith & Wesson M&P, and the H&K USP. Now these are all Umarex guns. Let's just quickly do a comparison here. We have the GSG-92, and you can see here they're very similar styled guns. Now the GSG-92 is another CO2 BB gun, but this is a true blowback, mostly metal BB gun, and this one's actually been converted to fire in full auto. So if you haven't checked out that video, definitely check it out. The GSG-92 is a pricier gun. It's in the $150 to $200 price range, whereas the Beretta is closer to $50. So we're looking at two complete opposite guns here as far as what they're built for, who they're built for, and how they function. Now let's quickly take a look at some of the gun's features. Most of the external mechanical parts, like the safety, slide release, takedown lever, they're all really just for show. Even the hammer, it's all molded into the plastic gun. Now it does have a Picatinny rail, which is nice if you want to put a laser on here. That might help you with accuracy. The magazine release does function, and it allows you access to your dropout magazine. We'll take a look at that now. Okay, and it's all metal. It's a very nice heavy magazine. While we're at it, to load it up, you just simply push that all the way down, load your 19 BBs in this opening. They'll all move towards the top. When you're done, you just basically give that a little flick upwards and your magazine's ready to go. On the other side, again, most of the parts aren't functional. Your safety is actually located right here, like many of these styled Umarex guns. They have this style of safety. You push it in and down, so that's how it works. Some people have trouble with it. They're trying to force it. You push it in and down, or in and forward, in and back, and that's how you use it. Again, there's really no other parts that work here. The safety, the screws for the handle, that's all molded in. Now to get to the CO2, you just basically pull that back. And it's fairly firm, it's fairly decent, and you have access to your CO2, and of course you have your CO2 lever here where it's attached to your screw and you can tighten this up. Not too difficult to tighten it up. There's a bit of room in here. I found it fairly easy to do. Now even though this gun is fairly plasticky, I use that word a lot, it's got a bit of weight to it, especially when you have CO2 in it and all your BBs and everything. It's about, I believe this gun is about 1.5 pounds, so it does feel good in the hand. It's not really a cheap feeling gun when you're holding it, other than, you know, the molded parts and the non-moving parts. Now the sights, very basic sights. You have a little bit of the white dot in the front. There's no dots in the back here, but it's fairly easy to aim. Alright, let's take a look at the target and see how this gun performed. Now I was a little bit surprised with this gun. I was kind of expecting a little bit more from it. You can see I was kind of all over the place. I did have a few really close to the bullseye, so it grouped fairly centered, but I had a lot of strays, like way out here, one way over here, and then, you know, it really didn't have any particular pattern. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I just finished shooting the PPK and then went straight ahead and shot this, so I was warmed up, ready to go. Again, shooting from 20 feet out like I usually do. I'm just a little surprised it didn't group really tight. Maybe I need to work with this gun more. Maybe I need to shoot a little bit more. Maybe some of you have gotten better results, but that's how it worked for me. This is basically about a 5 to 6 inch group at 20 feet. Not really spectacular. Overall, I'd say it's a good gun for the price. It's weighty, even though it has a fair bit of plastic. It does shoot at a very high velocity for a BB gun, about 480 feet per second, and I've heard it gets fairly good CO2 usage because it's not a blowback gun, so you're going to get quite a few magazines out of each CO2 cartridge. And of course, if you're a Beretta fan, this is a good way to get into your classic Beretta styled gun for fairly inexpensive. Now as always, I'm going to be doing a field test review at some point. with all the guns that I do tabletop reviews. And so make sure to check out down the road when it warms up a little bit. I'll be doing some more outside field tests of these. And again, come and check out my website where I have some written articles and sometimes some other information that I leave out of my YouTube videos. Thanks again for joining me here at Replica Airguns, and we'll see you next time.